Dear students, I am Dr. Gyanesh Kumar Sinha. Today in this session, you are going to learn about deterministic multi-item inventory systems and the concept related to multi-item inventory system. In the case of cost structure is not known, or even if it is known but not in proper order. The second, how to minimize the total carrying cost while keeping the number of orders per year fixed. And then how to minimize the total number of orders per year while keeping the same level of inventory. So before discussing this model or the system, there are many circumstances that the companies may not be able to maintain the records of what's going on related to inventory. And when we are trying to manage the inventory, there are two parameters which are very, very crucial in order to control the cost. One is the size of order or the quantity of ordering, and the second is what is the timing of ordering. All these two parameters helps in deciding about what will be the carrying cost and what will be the procurement cost. So in sometimes organizations which have not developed cost structure related to inventory control, still they want to minimize the total cost of inventory. So it is very imperative that there are certain systems, certain process the company should follow so that overall cost can be minimized. So in this session you will learn that instead of having single inventory, when you are maintaining the multiple types of materials or inventory, how multi-item inventory system can be processed to minimize the total inventory related cost. So the use of inventory models without cost information may appear impossible, but it is possible to get many of the benefits of inventory control techniques even when ordering and carrying costs are not known. So there are two approaches in this situation. One is that you can set the number of orders as a fixed, and at the same time you can minimize the total carrying cost or total holding cost. The second approach, you can look at maintain the same quantity of inventory on average inventory, but a number of orders can be changed. Let us understand model 1. First, to minimize total inventory holding cost and keeping the total number of orders per year unchanged. So in the economic order quantity model, you have already learned how to calculate economic order quantity. So Q star, which is representing the optimal order quantity or economic order quantity, is represented by square root of 2 multiplied by ordering cost multiplied by annual demand upon holding cost. And when we take this 2 multiplied by CO upon CH, that can be kept as a constant, and D, the demand, can be kept as a variable. So it can be represented in different format, Q star as K multiplied by square root of D. Why? Because square root of 2 CO upon CH can be the ordering cost, carrying cost, which are deterministic values. Now this same equation is proportional, or EOQ is proportional to the square root of demand for any time of period. So for this equation we can get K as equal to Q star upon square root of D. And finally we can get the formula as a square root of D upon Q star. This is nothing but the square root of demand upon number of orders per year. Because K is constant for any single item, we can take K as a constant for all inventory items. Because we are dealing with the managing inventory and minimizing the cost, when we have the not only one type of item, we may have the different kind of the items, and you may be requiring different attention on these inventory in order to cut down the cost. So we take K as is equal to summation of square root of D upon summation of D upon Q star. It means you are taking the all inventory, all type of inventories while calculating for the total cost. Now let us take one example. A company has the procurement pattern of 5 items irrespective of their levels of demand as given in the table 1. This is a table. Reduce the inventory levels while keeping total number of orders per year the same time. Now the table provides 5 different types of items and their annual demands. So for example, item 1 has annual demand of 10 lakhs. Second item has got annual demand of 6,40,000 and so on. Number of orders for item 1 is 4, 2 is 4. It means for all items the number of orders have been fixed. Now the size of order, which when we call it as the order quantity, is varying. And for item 1 it is 2,50,000, for item 2 it is 1,60,000. Because all items are different, so order size as per requirement may vary. So what is the average inventory, how it is being calculated on the last column, that you take the opening stock plus closing stock upon 2. So 0 plus 2,50,000 upon 2 will give you the average inventory of 1,25,000. Similarly, for another item, average inventory can be calculated. So here what you can see that number of orders are fixed, but the size of orders are varying. So the average inventory also the cost is varying. Now how to proceed with this? So using the formula which we have derived, that K is equal to summation of square root of D upon summation of D upon Q star. So you can calculate the annual demand, like if you go back to the previous slide, that annual demand is 1 lakh, second for 6,40,000. You just add all those, that is 1,800, 350 plus 40, that represents rupees 2,119. The summation of D upon Q star could be, you just add 5 different items and it is 20. So K is equal to 2190 upon 20, that is 109.5. Now if you look at the second table, where the values is representing the demand and the K, average inventories and all, and number of orders per year, you can see on the two rightmost column that average inventory is coming out as in total 119,903.50, and number of orders you can find is 20. So if you take the aggregate of all number of orders, it is coming around 20, which was earlier also 4 multiplied by 5, 20. This time you can see the difference as far as the average inventory is concerned. If you add the original average inventory related cost, it will be coming around the value which I am going to show in the slide, and what you have got through the formula when you are using the K is equal to summation of D upon summation of D upon Q star, that is 119,903. So according to the policy of company ordering 4 times a year each item, total average inventory cost comes out to be rupees 216,762.5, while in the new schedule, as you have seen in the table, the average inventory is rupees 119,903.5, which is much less, and at the same time number of orders remain constant. It means you can make substantial saving still, even if you don't know the cost information properly. Now the second model. Second model is the objective is to minimize the number of orders, that is purchasing workload per year, while keeping the same level of inventory. Here the situation is just reverse. In earlier model, you learnt about what should, if you keep the number of orders constant, what should be the inventory you should have and what should be the size of ordering, so that total cost is minimum. And here you can see that the number of orders are varying, but the average inventory level is is required to be constant. So the same formula we can use just in different format, like Q star is equal to K multiplied square root of D. So K is finally summation of Q star upon, that is economic order quantity, upon the summation of square root of annual demand for all inventory items. You can be represented in table 3. So if you see the values, item number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So annual demand is there, 10 lakh, 664, like this. and you can see that what is the quantity you are ordering, and then K represent the value which you have calculated. So average inventory you can see 98978 for item 1, similarly for other items. And number of orders you can see here, at first item it was 5, second was 4, third was 1.5, for fourth item it was 0.25. So here you can see that number of orders here are varying, and in total it is coming out as 11. In earlier case, in model 1, you have seen that the total number of orders have been 20, that remains 4 per items. And the inventory cost you can see 433525. So you can see that K value you have derived, you have got 197.95. So with the help of the table, you can see that the total purchasing workload has reduced from from 20 to is almost reduction by 45%. Okay, so therefore a definite cost saving by applying these methods for multiple items even when cost structure is not known. So even the organization may face these kind of situation. Using these approaches, the company can still minimize the overall cost in managing the inventory. So students, in this session you have learnt about it is always possible for an organization to take immediate action to improve the situation even though they do not possess the cost structure related to inventory. And the approaches which have been presented in the session can really help in minimizing the total carrying cost while keeping the number of orders per year fixed, and at the same time minimizing the total number of orders per year while keeping the same level of inventory. So these two models are very useful in many organizations where the organization, the resource constraints are existing, and you may not have, or you may be requiring expertise to get the exact value of the inventory related cost and determining the parameter. So this approach can be very helpful for the company to work with, and definitely this is not only the final solution. This could be one way through which company can monitor the inventory as well as to reduce the overall cost. Thank you, and hope you have learned all these models in the sessions. Okay, thank you.